So today we'll be showing you how to do a couple of flexibility tests for your client. Now to start with, we're going to start with the standard sit and reach box test. So the equipment you need is the actual sit and reach box. Now for this protocol, you're going to have your client warm up for a good 5 to 10 minutes doing light aerobic exercises. Afterwards, you're going to have them take off their shoes. You're going to have them sit down, put the box against the wall. You're going to have them sit down and put their feet against the box. And when they reach, okay, they're going to have their hands right on top of each other, and they cannot lead with either or. And they're going to reach forward and push the little bar as far as they can, and they hold for about 2 seconds. Now, we're going to show you this in the gym right now. Remember to warm up your client 5 to 10 minutes prior doing light aerobic exercises. Now remember, shoes have to be off, knees cannot be bent, and you push and reach as far as you can for 2 seconds. The next flexibility test, it's about the same thing. Now in this case, if you do not have it, it's called the YMCA. If you do not have the box, all you need is a yardstick and a piece of tape. Now, for this protocol, you're going to have them also, your clients warm up for about 5 to 10 minutes doing light aerobic exercises. Then you're going to lay the stick on the floor, the meter stick. You're going to put a tape across the 15-inch mark, and you're going to have the clients line their feet up with that tape without their shoes. Now, as they did it before, reaching over, they're going to do the same thing, but they're going to reach and touch the ruler. So they're going to sit, hands together, no leading with either hand. Then reach over and hold it for 2 seconds, and you're going to take the measurement of how far the distance is. Now we're going to After the clients warm up, they're going to take off their shoes. Their heels are going to line up with the 15-inch mark. They're going to reach over, touch the ruler, and you're going to take the measurement. Now, for a bad example, you're going to see how he's leading with his left hand, and his knees start to bend up. And this is a very bad example. You cannot have that happening with your client. Next flexibility test. We're going to do, this is for a population that's either older population, or if they have any back troubles, they can't sit down or they can't reach. And this one's called the chair sit and reach test. So what you're going to do is you're going to have either a foldable chair or a regular chair. You're going to put it against the wall. It has to be about 15 to 17 inches. You're going to have the client sit down at the edge of the chair, back straight, and whichever leg you're testing, they're going to be straight. The other one 90-degree angles with the heel on the floor, and again without their shoes. So you're going to have them hands together, and they're going to reach forward and try and touch their toe. Now, if they get to their toe, that's really good. If they get past their toe, that's good, and if they don't, well, it's not as good. But you're going to also use a ruler to measure how many inches from their finger to the toe or past the toe. Now, when you measure the point from the toe and and your fingers go past it, it's going to be plus how many inches, and then if it's from your toe towards yourself and they don't get to the toe, that's going to be negative inches. So you want them towards either 0 and to the plus inches. If not, it's not really said this is how much. It's just a good or a bad, and that's about how you're going to categorize them. After you do one leg, you're going to switch them over and do the other leg. And again, they have to warm up for 5 to 10 minutes doing light aerobic exercises, especially for this population. You're not going to have them exert a lot of effort. You're just going to have them make sure that their back is warm up, and so are their hamstrings, so they can have a little bit more flexibility and not get injured. And we'll show you right now in the gym. Remember, shoes off, 1 foot on the floor, 1 extended, client sitting at the edge of the seat, hands together, reach forward, and hold while you take the measurement. Since he passed the toe, it's going to be plus the amount of inches he passed. Afterwards, you're going to do the same thing with the other leg. Good. This is a very bad example. 1 leg's back, 1 hand is leading. That's a no-no. Next flexibility exercise is going to be the straight leg raise test. For this protocol, you're also going to have your client warm up for a good 5 to 10 minutes doing light aerobic exercises. Then you're going to have them lay down on the floor or a mat or something, and you're going to have a gyrometer. And what you're going to do is after they're laying down, you're going to pick up one foot and you're going to put the gyrometer right at the hip joint. Okay? You're going to raise their leg without them having to do the effort. You yourself are going to raise the leg to about as high as you can till it's almost uncomfortable for them. Once it's getting uncomfortable for them, that's where you're going to stop. You're going to take the measurement of the angle, and then you're going to switch legs and do the same thing. Now, for this measurement, you're trying to get to 90 degrees. 90 degrees of the leg is excellent. 80 degrees is acceptable, and below 80 is not acceptable. Now, if it's above 90 degrees, that's better than excellent. So they're really flexible. But we're going to show you this in the gym right now. Making sure that your client's on the floor, making sure the goniometer is at the hip joint. You're going to raise the leg to the point until uncomfort. And then you're going to take the measurement. Once he starts feeling it, he'll let you know. And that's the measurement. Now, you're going to do this for both legs. Do the same thing when you raise up the second leg. Have the hips on the floor, make sure back is straight and arms are out. Record the measurements. The next example is a very bad one. As he picks up the leg, the knee is bent, the hip is off the floor, and he's torquing himself.